Unfortunately, Sunday was not too kind to me. Not only did Team Canada lose in the World Cup, my Seahawks gave up over 300 yards to Josh Jacobs. My picks went 1 for 3, and I'm going to get into that in a few minutes. But first, I want to welcome on Shawn, not so mystic McCormick. Nope. We're going to be going over Monday Night Football. But Shawn, let's start off on a rough Sunday. Who ruined your weekend?
A lot of people ruined my weekend. I'm with you on the Canada-Croatia game. That was, a roller coaster that dropped off quite quickly. And then the biggest NFL loser for me was the Cleveland Browns and Tampa Bay Bucks. Mm-hmm. So as you know, I give out like six bets against the spread, six-pack against the spread every week. So I got 3 games right. I got the Dolphins, I got the Jets, and then I got the Browns. I got wrong because I picked the Bucks. They score with 17 seconds left in the game. I had the Seahawks. They score the Raiders score with 1:50 left in the game,
which should not have counted.
Which is not accounted.
Should not have counted.
But I mean, so those are my. And then I had the Packers. Aaron Rodgers loses, and they lose by half a point. So I was so close to having a perfect Sunday, and instead we're talking about teams that ruined my Sunday, and David Njoku with that sweet one-handed catch.
I have on my fantasy team, so that helped me out a lot. But
comes out
you win some, you lose some. Now for me, as you guys all know, I came here and told Jelani, the Rams have Sean McVay, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. They will still cover the 15.5 at Arrowhead. They give 16. And to me, right, when I look at the Rams, I think the whole luster around Sean McVay being that boy genius is gone.
Why?
If you're that great of a coach, right?
Yeah.
Can you not cover a 15.5 point spread? I know it's the Chiefs, but still.
No.
Patrick Mahomes didn't play his best game.
He is. You know, when teams are playing against like lower competition, they just sort of
care.
Coast, right?
Yeah.
They don't care.
They coast into a 16.
The thing about it is like the NFL lines are so sharp. Like we just talked about. Like so the Eagles they cover by half a point. The Dolphins, I think the Texans crawl back into that game and ends up being like a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like how do they know that these are things are going to happen? Do they know they're going to have to a 30-point lead and then come back and then I just think I don't know how sharp these guys are, but the Rams they were right to cover or get that close. I mean, without Stafford, they're dealing with some injuries. I have nothing against McVay. I think he's still sharp. You just got to get him some talent on the offense. Right. You know what I mean? Look who's running the ball. Like Cam Akers' problems. They cut Darrell Henderson, who was probably their most productive running back, to see what they have in Kyron Williams, right? So, I mean, the team is sort of falling apart, but you can afford to fall apart after you win a Super Bowl.
I guess, yeah. There's no sustainable greatness there, but that's fine. They got their 1 ring, that's fine. Sounds like LA, 1 ring and done. Now, the other team is the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
-2.5, I'm like a slam dunk, Jacksonville. And it looked good.
Yeah.
Looked good. Then the defense choked once again. I don't know what to think about the Baltimore Ravens defense right now. I think it's not healthy. It looks like they're missing Wink Martindale. I will not be betting on the Baltimore Ravens for the rest of the season.
You can bet on them this week.
They burned me.
You can bet on them this week.
No.
They play the Broncos. You can bet on them this week. I get like 7 points.
Who knows? Russ might
it's a lot of points.
You know what? My luck this past weekend, Russ might turn into Seattle Seahawks Russ. Good.
No. I think you can bet on the Ravens. It's just, again, 7 points is a lot of points when you're dealing with that Denver defense.
Exactly.
But for me, there's so little to like on that Denver offense that I think you can.
That's true. That could be what it could be what the doctor ordered for a Ravens defense that's been struggling. Now, let's go to tonight, Monday Night Football. Steelers.
It's a fine game.
Steelers.
It's not a good game.
Maybe back in like
2007
or 2006 when Peyton Manning and Big Ben were going at it, but like Kenny Pickett versus Matt Ryan. Like now,
I mean, the Colts, they're a bit resurgent now with Jeff Saturday,
Jeff Sunday, or maybe Jeff Monday today, right?
And now you got Matt Ryan back in at quarterback. I don't know.
So the lines right now is set at Colts are -2.5 favorites at home. Over under set at 39.5. So Shawn, I'm gonna ask you, who are you going with tonight, and are you gonna take the over under on the points?
No. So for the side, it's tight. I wouldn't probably personally bet this, but like I'm gonna take the Colts. I just think they can control a bit of the offense. They've got a good running game with Jonathan Taylor, and Matt Ryan hasn't looked bad since he's come back. He's going to have to deal with some pressure from TJ Watt. So that you should be a little bit weary of because he doesn't do well under pressure. He falls down a lot to avoid the hits and things like that. And I think it's just, it's a field goal game. Who I think is going to win? I think it's going to Colts. They're at home. I just slightly into the Colts. Nothing I love. Nothing I love there.
And I'm going to agree with you. My safe bet is the Colts -2.5 because they have Jonathan Taylor. And I think that's just going to control the clock. Look, I don't expect anything from the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Hell, I don't expect anything from the Indianapolis Colts offense. That's why I'm going to take the under on this game.
Love the under.
It's not going to be a high-scoring affair. So if you expect that, you're going to be watching the wrong game. Like I said, I think once Jeff Saturday kind of took the helm of the Colts, they've been kind of playing with that new pep in their step. Right? They should have beat the Eagles last week, but if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, doing Jalen Hurts things, we're talking about a different story. So I'm going to take the Colts -2.5, take the under prop-wise. Any props that fancy you?
Yeah. So you just touched on Jonathan Taylor. I think his rushing props at 83.5, right? So not since I think week 3 have the Steelers given up more than that on the ground. And obviously Jonathan Taylor's a beast.
Yes.
He's a beast.
He's
and there's nobody there to really compete for touches. So I'm gonna lean under 83.5. I just think that the Steelers' run defense is so solid, and on top of that, now you're gonna have Matt Ryan throwing the ball, so you're not relying on Sam Ehlinger to throw the ball. You got Matt Ryan who's competent. He's finding a rapport with Paris Campbell. Michael Pittman still looks fine. So that would be my one prop, and as a bonus prop, because I know you're going to touch on a touchdown that you like, I'll go with Paris Campbell at around like plus 310 to find the end zone. Again, I think he's sort of battling for wide receiver 1. I think they have a rapport, Matt Ryan and Paris Campbell. So plus 310 is solid. I think that's how the Colts are going to win this game, is through the air. So I'm gonna go with Paris Campbell plus 310.
I like that. Now I'm gonna go. Speaking of competing for touches, I'm gonna go on the Pittsburgh side of the ball and Deontay Johnson. Everybody was kind of raving about him being, the next stud receiver out of Pittsburgh, follow the lineage of, Antonio Brown and, people want to say Chase Claypool, but he wasn't, or whatever. Let's just say the last 5-6 years, there's been a lot of wide receiver talent in Pittsburgh, and Deontay Johnson was probably the next in line, but the emergence of George Pickens has kind of, taken away some of his touches. So I'm going to take the under on Deontay Johnson at 46.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Also because I just don't think Kenny Pickett, Kenny Pickett might turn out to be a good quarterback. He's a solid rookie, but I don't trust him right now.
And the Colts defense is all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're not fantastic, but they're all right.
They've been decent, right? So take the under on Deontay Johnson at 46.5. As for touchdown,
okay,
I'm going to, like you said, I liked what you're talking about going through the air. I'm going to go with Mo Alley-Cox. Tight end for the Indianapolis Colts. I think Matt Ryan finds him in the end zone, and he gets a touchdown for that. But, I think you said it best a couple of weeks ago. I think this game is going to be one where it's going to be on in the background. Yeah. You're going to be kind of doing other things and kind of check the bet slip, see what's on there. But that has been all for us here at the Parlay Studios. Hopefully you win some money on these picks. If you don't, well, you can blame Shawn for all of that.
I'll take it.
We hope to be better the next time if we are wrong, but if not, you can come to thank us. We'll be back on Wednesday with the Ballers Club.